My name is Kathy Sargent. I'm the proud director of the Sanford Regional Technical Center. I'd like to welcome you to the 2021 SRTC Recognition Night. I'm so pleased that you could join us this evening to help recognize our students. Our Recognition Night celebrates students who have completed our programs at SRTC. Some of them are preparing to graduate in a few short weeks, right guys? And some will continue their high school education through next year. However, all of these students have completed at least 350 hours of skilled training with us for each year that they've spent at SRTC. They've had the opportunity to explore and train for a career that may remain a part of them for many years to come. Many have earned industry credit and certifications. I think it's safe to say that all of our students have had opportunities to learn things that challenge them, push their boundaries, and that's probably particularly the case with the past few years. Students, we're so proud of your accomplishments and your ability to remain focused and determined through the challenges of the past 2 years. It takes many hands for the work that we do every day to come together. I would like to thank all staff members of our partner school districts, certainly the superintendents, building administrators, and school counselors with whom we have ongoing and sometimes daily contact in support of our students are an enormous partner in our success. However, we also appreciate all district staff who prepare and encourage students before, during, and after they reach SRTC. Thank you to all partner school staff for your role in the success of our students. At this time, I would like to acknowledge partner district staff and Sanford School Department staff who have taken the time from their busy schedules to be with us this evening. First, Mr. Matt Nelson, Superintendent of Schools from the Sanford School Department. Amy Sivany, Sanford School Committee and SRTC Advisory Committee member. Steve Boussier, Assistant Superintendent from Sanford. Mike Bennett, Assistant Principal, York High School. And I think they're probably still here somewhere. Matt Peterman, Principal, Sanford High School. Bethany Lambert, Curriculum Coordinator in Sanford. And Scott LaVirtue, Assistant Principal at Massabesic High School. Thank you all for being here and sharing this night with us. I would also like to thank the staff of SRTC. Putting this event together each year is a huge undertaking, and it represents a culmination of our year. The past few years have presented new challenges, which our staff have handled with poise, creativity, and dedication. Many thanks to our SRTC staff for all that you do for students each and every day. Finally, our SRTC families deserve many thanks for their efforts. Now more than ever, families have been essential in providing structure and encouragement to our students as they near graduation. Thank you, SRTC families, for the support you've provided to help our students to get where they are today. At this time, I have some student volunteers who have agreed to help me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm hoping that you will come forward, please, and be brave. I know who you are. Don't make me call you out. Oh, no. Come on. There we go. There we go. It's become a bit of a tradition at our recognition night to recite the Pledge of Allegiance, and this is our third year of having the pledge led by our students who've committed to military service after graduation. Thank you in advance to these students for your commitment to helping others. And I'll let you two step up to the podium and be heard.
All right, you can now stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Do you want us to say it? Your microphone? Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with justice for all.
Well done. Thank you, guys. Next, I would like to welcome Superintendent Matt Nelson to give greetings.
Thank you, Kathy. Greetings. Good night. Sorry. Good evening. On behalf of the superintendents of all of our sending schools to Sanford Regional Technical Center, it's my honor to congratulate everyone being recognized this evening for your achievements and your accomplishments. Let me also start by saying how proud we are of you. The past 2 years will be remembered as one of the most challenging in the history of education. COVID-19 threatened the health of students and family members. It has affected the most foundational aspects of our society, including our schools and our nation's economy. Even in this unprecedented year, SRTC students and staff rallied and adapted, finding new ways to engage, work together, and learn. You now know that you have what it takes to get you through almost anything. The skills you have learned at SRTC have prepared you well. So when you come up against an obstacle, when you experience a setback, and you will, we all do, remember the resilience and determination that you've showed the past 2 years. While certain factors might make some individuals more resilient than others, resilience isn't necessarily a personality trait that only some people possess or something that you're born with. On the contrary, resilience involves behaviors, thoughts, and actions that anyone can learn and develop. Like building a muscle, increasing your resilience takes time and intentionality. Your experiences at SRTC have helped you build that resiliency and move towards your goals by helping others and growing into career-ready adults, prioritizing creating stronger relationships, building confidence, and learning the skills needed to thrive in skilled trades. As you get ready to leave SRTC, know that you have what it takes to get you through anything. Career and technical education delivers real-world skills and real options for rewarding careers and further education. Now, more than ever, career technical education is vital to our nation's learners, employers, and America's economic recovery. Look around. There's a skilled labor shortage, and it seems like everyone is hiring. Know that you have a leg up on your competition based on your SRTC experience. Career and technical education will play an integral role in strengthening our local, our state, and our national economy. Governor Mills recently highlighted the importance of Maine CTEs in training skilled workers and spurring economic recovery and long-term growth from the COVID-19 pandemic. She has proposed investing $20 million for program, equipment, and facility upgrades for the state's 27 CTE centers throughout the state. Governor Mills said that jobs in the trades bring with them good skills and good pay, as well as stable, lifelong careers. Investment in Maine CTEs is critical to our economic recovery and long-term growth. Please know that life beyond SRTC doesn't always come with a map. Everyone will experience twists and turns, from everyday challenges to serious events with more lasting impact. But you will adapt and find your way based on your experiences at SRTC and the resilience you have demonstrated and developed. Congratulations and best of luck in all future endeavors.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. At SRTC, we're proud to have a thriving Skills USA chapter, which allows students to gain leadership skills and hone their talents in their trade. It is my pleasure to now introduce Mr. Tim Fecto, co-advisor of Skills USA.
Thank you, Mr. Sargent. I'm Tim Fecto. I'm co-advisor for Skills USA along with Joe Boldick here at the Tech Center. It has been definitely a different situation. Skills is based on giving kids and students opportunities to collaborate and compete in other competitions throughout the state of Maine, and then possibly go on to nationals to compete. working on leadership skills over the past 5 years, or even longer than that. I've been able to have state officers, and they would get together for the state to put on the conference that is one of the largest in the state. Lucy Utgard behind me has been a state officer for the last year. She's going to get up here and announce and do a little speech here. I can't thank her enough, putting her up in front of this podium, in front of you guys, getting them out of their comfort zones, giving them opportunities. Good luck to everyone here, and thank you very much for all those that competed and contributed to Skills USA. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim Fecto. Hello, everyone. I wanted to take a moment to say that words can't describe how you have all stepped up in the past 2 years. Between switching buildings and all the hiccups that came with that for different programs and COVID-19. I know that some of you in the crowd are thinking, yeah, so what? How is that so special? Well, it's special, and you need to be proud of yourselves, because think of all the students that applied to be in your programs. But your instructors picked you. They had faith in you and faith that you would rise up to the challenges that came with your programs and that you would exceed. And look it, you did it. You're graduating from your programs tonight. Before I announce the contest winners from Sanford Regional Technical Center that placed in the Skills USA main state competition, I want to let everyone know who competed that you are all champions. By showing your knowledge and skills, that you went above and beyond by putting your toes in the water and trying. Even if you did not place and get a medal, you still are champions because you tried, and that's all that matters. The following are for gold is Owen Arsenault from Fire Science. Can you please stand up? The next gold is Lucille Uckard for prepared speech. Lastly, for your guys' group, we have bronze from Owen Neville from Fire Science. Can you please stand up? Congratulations to all of our medalists, and thank you for everybody who competed in Skills USA. You were really the light at the end of our tunnel this year because it was really hard to get kids to join, and you stepped up and you did it, so thank you.
Thank you, Tim and Lucille. I think it's important to note that a gold winner of a prepared speech contest was reading her speech from her phone, and the old lady still has the piece of paper. So I think I have some things to learn. Next, I would like to introduce our Assistant Director, Michael Redmond, who will present scholarships.
Thank you, Mr. Sargent. It's my pleasure to be here this evening. I want to welcome everyone, students, parents, and dignitaries that came to visit this evening. It's my pleasure to present the 2021 Srtc Scholarships. The Srtc Scholarships are made possible by the generous donations of families, groups, and local businesses. We'd like to thank all of the donors for your tremendous support of Srtc students and programs. If we could have a round of applause for all the wonderful folks who have donated to our programs, that would be great. Thank you. The first scholarship this evening is the Academy of Business Chamber of Commerce Scholarship. Since the Academy of Business program began at Srtc, the Sanford Springville Chamber of Commerce has supported the success of its students through its annual scholarship program. This year's scholarship was based upon a student essay and review of the students' business plans that was their culminating senior project. It was a difficult decision for the committee as they saw potential in each of the candidates' efforts. They are pleased to announce that they are presenting 2 scholarships. The first is Samantha Hebert, Sanford High School. Please stand. The second Chamber of Commerce Scholarship recipient is Conrad Nicely, Noble High School. The next scholarship I'd like to present is the Culinary Arts Srtc Cafe Scholarship. It is presented to a student pursuing his or her education in culinary arts. There are 3 recipients this year. The first is Caitlin Kenyon, Wells High School. The second recipient is Meredith Rickard, Sanford High School. And the third recipient of the Srtc Cafe Scholarship is Natalie Ricker, Massabesic High School. The next scholarship is the Melmac Cte Scholarship. It is presented to a student who has made a positive contribution to the school environment and has been accepted to a 4-year or 2-year college, apprenticeship, or certificate program. I'd like to present the Melmac Cte Scholarship to Morgan Capener, Massabesic High School Early Childhood Education Program. And the next scholarship is the Srtc Scholarship. It is presented to an outstanding student furthering his or her education in a technical area. This year there are 6 recipients. The first is Deja Casey, Noble Health Occupations. The second recipient is Kaylee Shaber, Massabesic Early Childhood Education. The third recipient is Emma Cole, Noble Cosmetology Program. The next recipient of the Srtc Scholarship is Aaron Dudley, Sanford High School Cosmetology. The next recipient of the Srtc Scholarship is Caitlin Kenyon, Wells High School Culinary Arts. And the final Srtc Scholarship recipient is Marissa Laurendo, Sanford High School Academy of Business. I'd like to say thank you again to all these scholarship donors for your generosity, and congratulations to all the 2021 Srtc Scholarship Award winners. If we could have a round of applause for all these scholarship recipients. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Redmond. At this time, I would like to present the awards for the Student of the Year. This is an unusual ceremony this evening because we're split in half. So the students I have to recognize this evening were actually in the first session, so I am going to tell you about them. But if you notice that students aren't standing, that's why. Each year, Srtc selects a student as our Student of the Year. In most years, this student is recognized with 27 additional Students of the Year at a banquet for all career and technical centers throughout Maine. They make us choose someone, which is the really hard part about this because we have all these great students, but it's a statewide thing and they told me that I have to, I guess. Srtc's process to choose a Student of the Year involves a nomination period, applications from the students, and an interview before the selection committee. Each year, the students are impressive, representing so many of the best qualities that comprise Srtc. It is an honor to present these young men and women to you. Our finalists for Student of the Year of 2021 at Srtc are Cole Nevison, who is in the Automotive Collision Repair Program and attends Noble High School. Cole describes himself as a technical, hands-on person who is always looking to improve my knowledge of anything technical, and also as a hard-working individual that enjoys learning new skills and putting these into action. Cole plans to attend Southern Maine Community College in the fall to study heavy equipment operation. Noah Ouellette is a homeschooled student who is completing the Automotive Technology program this year. Mr. Kucher, Noah's instructor, says that Noah has been a top-notch student since the day he walked into the program. Not only has Mr. Kucher observed Noah's work ethic at school, but also as a mentor to him in the dealership where he works. Mr. Kucher notes that he receives nothing but positive comments about Noah from their colleagues. Noah plans to attend the General Motors Technology program at Lakes Region Community College next year. Jacob Gal attends Sanford High School and Srtc's Engineering Applications with Robotics program. Instructor Mr. Soroy shares these words about Jacob. He is academically gifted, yet has no ego or selfishness. He is overall one of the best students I have ever had the pleasure to have in class. Jacob plans to continue his education and become a pioneer in new technology at the University of Maine in the fall. Landon Jones is a Sanford High School student who participates in the Srtc Precision Manufacturing Program. Landon's instructor, Mr. Boldick, describes Landon as someone with great knowledge of subject matter, the ability to teach others, and also as enjoyable, friendly, polite, earning outstanding attendance and grades. Landon plans to attend Maine Maritime Academy after graduation. And finally, SRTC's Student of the Year for 2021 is Mary Lombardi, a senior who attends Trape Academy and SRTC's Engineering and Architectural Design program. During Mary's time at SRTC, she has achieved her associate certification in SolidWorks and is currently working toward earning the CAM-F industry certification. In Mary's words, my enrollment in EAD opened my eyes to my true passion in engineering and has allowed me to focus on this passion while still in high school. SRTC has truly been a magical experience. Mary plans to study biomedical engineering next year. Congratulations to our finalists for Student of the Year and to Mary, our Student of the Year for 2021. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce Miss Deanna Farrell, who is our career counselor, student services counselor, and she's going to talk to us about awesome attendance.
Just adjust the wardrobe, not lose the paper. Oh, what a year. But it looks like we made it. And I think that's actually lyrics to a song. So just about now, I'd love everyone to join. You know the song, right, Riley? Looks like we made it. Okay, I'm just going to be honest. SRTC is full of mad skills. Everybody has them. Mine is not singing, but I wish it was. But you made it. You're here. I can still remember the moment when you were accepted into SRTC, and you've been bringing it every day since. And for this particular group that we're about to recognize, when we told you way back when, for some of you that was over 2 years ago, that attendance at SRTC was important, you've literally been showing up every day, day after day after day. So let me try to explain the criteria for wicked awesome attendance. I'm not big on criteria. I want everyone to get a trophy, let's just be honest. But we actually had to use data for this recognition. So first I'm gonna start off with students that showed up day after day after day for one full school year. One thing I want you to know, because you might start questioning my data really soon, is that this could have been for this school year or last school year, right? So some school years are stronger than others. So it means you showed up day after day for one of the school years, okay? And if you're in a new program this year, we focused on the program that you're in for this year. Another aspect, there's no such thing as perfect. So we don't have perfect attendance. We have wicked awesome attendance, okay? Because there's some human error that could happen, right? And we also gave huge grace to fourth quarter of last year. You remember that? Okay, so we didn't even pay attention to your attendance. You didn't know it then, but I'm telling you now. So just, disregard that. And so showing up for this recognition means you showed up however you could and however we were able to at that time. So it may have meant that on a day you didn't want to get out of bed, you got up and joined the Zoom if we were quarantined or couldn't be in school. And I know that was tough, especially for hands-on learning. So without further ado, wicked awesome attendance for 1 year. I'm gonna read your names and I would like you to stand for the entire time. Megan Abbott, Hannah Barnes, Joseph Bennett, Lindsay Brown, Morgan Capener. I hope some of them are here tonight. You've been showing up all year. There you are. We're just so spread out. Deja Casey, Elizabeth Cassidy, Kylie Clock, Hannah Crosby, Noah Sear, Kevin Decker, Oscar Foy, Kevin Freeman, Caleb Gallant, Hunter Ham, Mason Heiser, Justice Kelly, Dante Lakin, Cameron Landry, Nathan Mahoney, Zachary Mower, Natalie Morgan, Michael Morris, Rosalie Moulton. There's a lot of them. This is impressive. I don't think most of the adults were able to do this year. Owen Neville, Conrad Nicely, Olivia O'Leary, Riley Pomerleau, Meredith Ricard, Natalie Ricker, Olivia Sayer, Faith Scott, Braden Webb, and Malachi Weber. Showed up for an entire year. Round of applause for the... Woo! Okay, your time is done. Sit down. Just kidding. I got another recognition. So many students are in 2 years, right? You're with SRTC for 2 years. So with these students, stand to be recognized for showing up day after day for 2 years. I gotta work on my pronunciation. Kaylee Chabray, Jared Fournier, Sarah Lawrence, Tess Noble, Heather Palumbo, Samuel Peterson, and Derek Schmangling. Woo! 2 years. Thank you. And so I have one more sort of announcement, and it has nothing to do with attendance. Sorry. But it does have to do with showing up. So I don't want to get too deep, too sentimental, but you are now part of the SRTC family. So when you leave here, and you're going to run, we know that, but please keep in touch. Sometimes it's hard after you leave sort of the comforts of our school and your school. So please stay in touch. You need something, you're part of the SRTC family forever, okay? That's all I got.
Thank you, Mrs. Farrell, and I could never be upset about that impromptu message. That was a good one. Next, I would like to introduce Jennifer Bartlett, who is our Career Planning Coordinator, to talk about National Technical Honor Society.
It's getting dark. I have to get my glasses on now. Good evening. So I'm Jen Bartlett. I'm the Career Planning Coordinator, and one of my roles is to help share post-secondary opportunities. So while you're here, I just want to mention that I have job listings. You all are in demand. Maine employers want you, and I'm getting contacted all the time with current job listings. So if anyone is looking for new opportunities and doesn't have a plan or wants to consider other opportunities, there is on our website, SRTC website, just look under menu, and then skim down under current parent and students, and it will list the job listings that I'm keeping updated weekly for you all. But on another note, it was my privilege this year to be the National Technical Honor Society advisor. It was a wonderful experience, and I've been very pleased and honored to be associated with these fine students. We inducted our newest members in a virtual ceremony earlier this month, so we have already done that this spring and recognized you individually. Our members come from all of our sending schools, as well as some homeschoolers, and they represent all 4 career pathways and a wide range of SRTC programs. The NTHS members have demonstrated strong academic achievement in their programs here at SRTC, as well as in their core curriculum at their regular partner high schools. And in addition, they've shown great character, really exemplifying the qualities of honesty and service and leadership. So tonight we'd like to just take an extra moment to publicly recognize these students by now asking for all members of SRTC's chapter of the National Technical Honor Society to please stand. All right, a big round of applause for them. Congratulations to you all. That's wonderful.
Thank you, Mrs. Bartlett. It is now my pleasure to introduce once again Assistant Director Michael Redmond, who will help us with the program recognitions.
Thank you, Ms. Sargent. It's my honor to bring up the wonderful, diverse instructors we have at SRTC. So many different talents and backgrounds that come every day and instruct our students. And when I call up the instructor, I'd like the students to come up as well to the end zone area. The first program I'd like to recognize this evening is the law enforcement program and the instructor, Officer Michael Thornton. If you folks could please come up front.
Finally got the mask off. Good evening. I am Michael Thornton. I am the law enforcement instructor here at SRTC. Students enrolled in the law enforcement program have covered a wide range of training as set forth by the Maine Criminal Justice Academy. Students have received training not only in Maine motor vehicle and criminal law, but in ethics, mental health, cultural diversity, conflict resolution, domestic violence, use of force, report writing, to just name a few. And I can tell you report writing was their favorite. Students enrolled in the program graduate with over 47 certifications in law enforcement. This year, the program evolved from a one-year program to a two-year program. Students were dual enrolled in the York County Community College, and with successful completion, students graduate with a college credits and a head start on their path into law enforcement. I would like to thank the class. You've come through a year unlike any other class before you. And through all the changes, you've handled it like professionals. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Officer Thornton. Law enforcement students, please step forward to be recognized when I call your name. And ladies and gentlemen, if you could hold your applause till the end of the class, that would be appreciated. Thank you. First student, Jacob Bullia, Kennebunk, honors. Jared Fournier, Massabesic, honors. Oscar Foy, Trape Academy. Caleb Gallant, Massabesic. Nicholas Haskell, Massabesic. Isaiah Lucier, Noble. Nathan Mahoney, Wells, honors. Avery Moore, Noble. Rosalie Moulton, Sanford. Tess Noble, Sanford, honors. Camden Price, Noble, honors. Faith Scott, Sanford, high honors. Zoe Seward, Massabesic. Emma Rose Taylor, Marshwood. Alexander Trofetter, Wells. Congratulations to the law enforcement students, 2021. The next instructor in class I'd like to have come to the podium in the end zone area is the Landscaping and Horticulture program. I'd like to call instructor Ms. Pamela Durack to the podium, please.
Close to 60. You're close to 60.
Thank you, Cameron. All by yourself. Come on.
Good job, Cam.
Well, my name is Pamela Durack. I'm the landscape and horticulture instructor taking over the program from Katie Hoagland in February of 2020. It would have been enough of an adjustment for this class of 2021 to start with a new teacher in the middle of their junior year without a pandemic, but this group had to do both at once, so they kind of got the double whammy there. Despite that, those of you here tonight are here tonight through your own grace and grit. Learning a landscape curriculum online sounds like trying to plant potatoes with a dinner fork. But it had to be done. We got to know one another and to trust one another and to help one another through these strange times because you would not quit. This by itself is something to be proud of. This class started out with tremendous camaraderie and has carried it off right to the end. You are open, work easily together, share knowledge generously. You know, young tree trunks are made strong from being planted where they will be subjected to high winds. The stress of the wind produces something called reaction wood. The living cells of reaction wood are uniquely structured, having been stretched and pulled in every direction like a stick of taffy. And the trees actually have to figure out how to bend themselves to the light. And so each of you are uniquely structured forever by this pandemic experience. And in turn, you structured me. And for this, I thank you. Kylie Clock, with true agricultural intelligence and solid horticultural instincts. Cameron Landry, anywhere there is a group of people, you will shine like a giant sunflower. Heather Palumbo, moving quietly and patiently toward your goals and always having time for others. Jarrett Richard, a clever leader because you are a skilled listener. You are as wise as you are principled. Samantha Staples, you make people comfortable while preserving your integrity. When you run for public office, you will have many friends in tow. Cameron Sawyer, you came into a 2-year program in the second year, but you were open and wanted to make friends, and so you did. Yolanda Aris, fearless, comfortable, creative. I hope this experience moves you toward your dreams. Olivia Sayer, you are the finest blend of plant person and people person. Sam Peterson, uniquely positioned between science, philosophy, and performance improv. This is where your cleverness lies. So, I release you each like a fistful of seeds into your future. Do well, be kind whenever possible, and it's always possible. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Durack. Students, if you could still please step forward to be recognized. Yolanda Ayers, Trape Academy. Kylie Clark, Massabesic. Cameron Landry, Massabesic, Honors. Heather Palumbo, Sanford, High Honors. Samuel Peterson, Marshwood. Jarrett Richard, Noble. Cameron Sawyer, Massabesic. Olivia Sayer, Kennebunk, honors, and Samantha Staples, Massabesic. Congratulations to the landscape and horticulture students. Okay, guys. I'd now like to call Instructor Diane Emerson Holm to the podium and the health occupation students to the end zone area.
Hi, my name's Diane Holm, and I just want to make this short and sweet. I am so proud of my students. We learn skills, we learn theory, and we finally got to clinical to take care of people and put it all together and work with people that desperately needed our care. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. Health occupation students, when I call your name, if you could please step forward to be recognized. Rhea Anderson, Marshwood, high honors. Juliana Carroll, York. Deja Casey, Noble, high honors. Elizabeth Cassidy, Marshwood, high honors. Bailey Sear, Noble. Sophia DiCarlo, Noble, honors. Marshall Goodwin, Noble. Gavin Hartford, Noble, high honors. Emily Johnson, Marshwood, honors. Haley Massey, Noble, high honors. Rebecca Renault, Marshwood, high honors. Emma Ryan, Noble, high honors. Sarah Shackford, Sanford. Megan Toohey, York, high honors. Kylie Travers, Noble, high honors. Faith Sakiris, Marshwood, honors. Congratulations goes to the health occupations students of 2021. I'd next like to call Instructor Ellen Berry and the health occupation students to the podium in the end zone area to be recognized.
My name is Ellen Berry. I've been blessed and honored this year to be the instructor of 21 wonderful students, some of whom could not be here because of work and other commitments. I want those students to be held in our hearts for a moment. Everybody has come up and talked about resilience and what a difficult year it's been. I agree completely. One of the things that we attempt to do, and I think we succeed at doing in my classroom, is caring for each other, saying thank you to each other, and being respectful to each other. And I couldn't be more honored to be with this group of students. So I'd like my students to take a moment when I finish talking to give a round of applause to the people who often don't get any recognition when they send students to school or particularly to SRTC. I'd like to honor the families, the siblings, the parents, the grandparents, the people who had to be videotaped this year being fed because we couldn't do it due to COVID in the classroom. To the parents and to the siblings who allowed my students to come on Zoom, kept the room quiet for them, provided them with space to attempt to learn a difficult topic from distance. So students, to your parents, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Barry. Health occupation students, if you could step forward to be recognized when I call your name, please. Megan Abbott, Massabesic, high honors. Riley Baker, Sanford, honors. Abigail Brennan, Massabesic, high honors. Lindsay Brown, Sanford, high honors. Georgia Bugby, Sanford, honors. Elizabeth Callahan, Sanford, honors. Cadence Chartier, Sanford, honors. Shelby Guile, Massabesic, high honors. Zoe Graber, Massabesic, honors. Alexia Ingram, Sanford. Trista Lehman, Massabesic. Isabel Lemieux, Massabesic. Leah Meliodas, Sanford. Zachary Mower, Sanford. Natalie Morgan, Sanford, high honors. Makina Murphy, Sanford. Alexis Ouellette, Sanford. Andrew Rideout, Massabesic. Beyonce Scott, Sanford, honors. Callie Trudeau, Massabesic, honors. And Natalie Winters, Massabesic, honors. Congratulations to the health occupation students of 2021. I'd now like to call the podium Captain Harold Smith of the Fire Science Program and his students to the end zone area to be recognized, please.
Good evening. I'm Captain Harold Smith and I teach the Fire Science Program. Have you ever wondered what it's like to become a firefighter? You need to learn a lot of hands-on skills, most of which you've never tried before. Like climbing a ladder and leg locking in so that you have both hands available to swing a tool to take out a window. Or carrying a large unconscious person down a ladder. Or working in zero visibility environment, all while wearing gear that weighs upwards to 60 pounds and is like wearing a complete snowmobile suit on a day like yesterday. Firefighting is very hands-on. I'm sure most parents wouldn't want me teaching their student how to run a chainsaw on a Zoom session. Or if the student tried to leg lock at home and got stuck, who's going up to rescue them? I don't know anyone who would let their house be set on fire so their student could practice putting it out. The question in September was, with 20% less in-person days and countless quarantines and shutdowns ahead of us, were these students going to be able to master the skills necessary to become a good firefighter? Well, tonight, I can definitely say the answer is yes. They have done it. These students have mastered the skills necessary to be a good firefighter. How did they do it? Well, I'm not quite sure. But I would say that getting right to work every day we were in person and working hard until dismissal time might have something to do with it. I would say that practicing as many skills as possible at home might have something to do with it. I would say that the respect they have for me and one another might have something to do with it. The bottom line is they did it, and in the process learned the true meaning of teamwork and having one another's back, and they developed friendships that will last a lifetime. And I look forward to working side by side with them at fires in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Smith. Fire science students, if you could step forward when called to be recognized. Owen Arsenal, Noble, High Honors. Logan Bennett, Sanford, Honors. Noah Sear, Noble. Kevin Decker, Sanford, High Honors. Annabelle Doan, Kennebunk, High Honors. Kevin Freeman, Marshwood. Matthew Hemingway, Marshwood. Tyler Leach, Marshwood. Caitlin Long, Sanford, High Honors. Daniel Macolini, Kennebunk. Michael Morris, Noble. Owen Neville, Wells, Honors. Seamus Reeve, Trape Academy, Honors. Malachi Weber, Sanford, Honors. Congratulations to the 2021 Fire Science students. I'd now like to call to the podium Paramedic Wendy Elliott and the Emergency Medical Services students to be recognized, please.
Good evening. I'm Paramedic Elliott. Tonight I stand before you with only about half of the EMS class of 2021. The other half, unfortunately, are in COVID quarantine for a few more days. I, for one, am heartbroken that they can't be here. This, our second year of COVID kids, have worked really hard to keep on track with all of the ins and outs of school, to grasp all of the important topics and skills they were required to learn. With your help, dear families, we have pushed, pulled, pestered, prodded, nudged, nagged, pleaded with, and begged them through it. Thank you. There have been tears, mostly mine, laughter, and victory dances. And now, I have all my ducks in a row. These are not ducks not the ducks of followers. These are ducks that handle chaos with a calm surface, even when they're paddling like mad underneath. To be an EMT, there needs to be a passion that drives you. This is not a halfway job. It can take all you have, but it can also give you so much more. So stay focused but balanced and keep your passions fed. Thank you, EMS class of 2021, for being my kids. Thank you, families, for sharing them with me.
Thank you, Paramedic Elliott. Emergency medical services students, please step forward when called to be recognized. Kyle Allard, Noble. Rachel Bonilla, Massabesic. Zachary Bork, Wells. Jillian Brain, Trape Academy. Emily Shabbat, Massabesic, Honors. Jocelyn Sharon, Sanford. Erica Dignall, Sanford. Alexi Dalton, Marshwood. Bryn Dumont, Noble. Michael Elliott, Sanford. Madeline Fuller, Noble. Aaron Galvin, Marshwood. Mason Heiser, Noble. Bailey Knight, Massabesic. Colby Leach, Marshwood. Broden Martin, Massabesic. Olivia O'Leary, Trape Academy, Honors. And Braden Webb, Sanford. Congratulations to the Emergency Medical Services students of 2021. Ms. Elliott has her ducks in a row. I'd next like to call Instructor Michelle Johnson of the Early Childhood Education Program and her students to the end zone podium area to be recognized.
Good evening. My name is Michelle Johnson, and I am the Early Childhood Education Instructor. And I have the incredible honor of teaching students who are interested in becoming teachers or working with children in some capacity. Absolutely, no doubt, it was a very challenging year. But we know that teachers rise to the challenge. We practice patience, flexibility, problem solving, decision making, critical thinking skills, and resiliency every day. This group of amazing young women practiced all of these skills every day without fail. Together, they built community within their class, and they supported one another in every way possible. They showed up for each other every day. And they were incredible role models for our young children in our on-site pre-K program. And they always put the needs of the children before their own. Each of these young ladies will be continuing their education in the fall to pursue their hopes and dreams of working with children, and I know they will be truly making a difference.
Thank you, Michelle. Early childhood education students, if you could step forward when called to be recognized. Hannah Barnes, Sanford. Morgan Capener, Massabesic, High Honors. Morgan Shabbat, Marshwood. Kaylee Chabray, Massabesic, Honors. Kara Gregoire, Noble, Honors. Reed Johnson, Marshwood, Honors. Sarah Lawrence, Noble, Honors. Riley Parmelo, Noble, Honors. And Alexandra Tangway, Kennebunk. Congratulations to the early childhood education students of 2021. The next instructor in class I'd like to call up to the podium and end zone area is Chef John Kuchar and his culinary arts students. While they come to the podium, I'd just like to recognize a few people. I'd like to thank, our administrative assistants, Ms. Breton, and Ms. McCusick for putting together all this wonderful data for these awards tonight. We'd like to thank you. Also, Mr. Brett Williams, Sarah Schnell, James Harmon, for all your wonderful technological work and video production work. We thank you very much. And without saying, Mr. Jason Dudley for setting up all these wonderful chairs and with social distancing in mind, spacing. We really appreciate that. Chef Kuchar, all yours.
Thank you very much. When this is done, our students and I are going to flambe our masks. Captain, don't go too far. We may need you. So I have a lot of things to be proud of with this group. As first-year students, they had to endure many obstacles, such as Zooming, using a new online cooking program, and dealing with an instructor woefully unprepared for the new technology that we were about to use. They also had to help each other heal in the face of a tragic event by one of their own. And despite all this, they made it to a second year. It was a bit easier this year being in person, even with all the guidelines that we needed to follow. We unfortunately had a very short restaurant schedule, but they filled the void by preparing soups for the Knights of Columbus events and preparing meals for the House of Hope in Berwick. Despite all that, along with generous donations from SRTC programs and fellow students, we were able to collect nearly $1,000 for the scholarship program. Well done. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors and hope you stay in touch. Good luck all. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef. Culinary arts students, if you could step forward to be recognized when called, please. Orion Blake, Kennebunk. Ariana Boivai, Marshwood. Giovanna Simmons, Massabesic. Jacob Fairbrother, Massabesic. Justin Kelly, Sanford, Honors. Caitlin Kenyon, Wells. Meredith Rickard, Sanford, Honors. Natalie Ricker, Massabesic, Honors. Harley Thibodeau, Massabesic. And Austin Woodall, Sanford. Congratulations to the culinary arts students of 2021. I'd now like to call the podium area Ms. Brittany Eaton and the cosmetology students to be recognized, please.
Good evening. As I find myself reflecting on the past 2 school years that I have spent with the beautiful human beings that stand before you, I have never been more humbled by their presence, day in and day out. It has been an absolute honor to work with such a dynamic team. I could say that I chose them all to be a part of this program, but in reality, they've chosen themselves. They have shown up every day and have given their all, even on the days that they felt like quitting. This beautiful team has been and will always be the heartbeat of the Srtc cosmetology program. There's a sign that hangs in our space that reads the following: "Dear team, I trust you. I believe in you. You are cared for. You are listened to. You are important, and you will succeed." In closing, I want to verbalize how much these beautiful humans have contributed to this program. Without them, Srtc cosmetology would not be what it is today. I have been asked, which is more important, the journey or the destination? My response has been and will always be that it's been the company. To the Srtc class of 2021, you must go forward. You must hold tight to your goals. Continue to follow your dreams. Everything that you need in this life, you already possess. I am so absolutely proud of every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Brittany. Cosmetology students, please step forward when called to be recognized, please. Braden Allard, Massabesic, honors. Molly Basinger, Sanford. Emma Cole, Noble, honors. Emily Collins, Sanford, honors. Hannah Crosby, Sanford, honors. Aaron Dudley, Sanford, honors. Athea Jelinek, Sanford. Olivia Morin, Noble. Madeline Roy, Sanford. Alexis Scott, Kennebunk. Jasmine Sinkowitz, Sanford. Isabella Terrian, Sanford. And Malia Vieira, Sanford. Congratulations to the cosmetology students of 2021. I'd next like to call Mr. Frederick Gluck, the Computer and Network Systems Instructor, to the podium for a few words. And his students.
I just want to let you know that's longer than my commute every day to school. So, my name is Frederick Gluck. I teach the Computers and Networking Systems class here at Srtc. I never got to give a graduation or recognition speech either at my high school or my college. So first of all, I want to thank the students in the Computer and Networking Systems class for giving me a chance to check something off my bucket list. What a great class of students I've had the privilege of working with over the past 2 years. They are all awesome human beings. They care about each other. They care about what they learn. They care about the world around them. They have big things ahead of them. Over the past 2 years, my 8 students have persevered under unfamiliar, wacky, and new learning conditions as we took a deep, deep dive into information technology and designing computer networks. They showed me that they learned a lot of lessons about work, about being a professional, along with the skills needed to build and manage large networks of computers in just about any industry. They learned that not everything they do will be fun and easy, but it's all part of a process of learning. They learned it's important to buckle down and do the hard stuff, because in the end, it makes the fun stuff, the stuff they like to do, more enjoyable. Besides all the computing and network knowledge that these students have to take with them as they either go on to college or into the military or directly into the world of work, here's 4 things that I'd like to leave with my students. Number 1, don't forget that just about every networking device needs a default route. Number 2, don't forget Mr. Gluck's rule of assembling computers. If you have to force it, you're probably doing something wrong. Number 3, remember that your character and professional attitude is probably more important than your technical skills. You can be the best tech person around, but success also includes a solid character and an attitude that you can make a real difference in this world. And finally, always, no matter what you do after high school, always be curious about the world around you. Never leave a question unanswered, because learning something new every day is the greatest thing you'll ever do. Thanks to all my students for a great 2 years of computers and networking. Way to go. You guys rock.
Thank you, Mr. Gluck. I'd like to recognize the Computer Network System students. If present, please step forward. Christopher Bereshny, Massabesic. Joseph Bennett, Sanford. Christian Boivin, St. Marshwood. Hunter Ham, Sanford, High Honors. Dante Lakin, Sanford. Nicholas McDaniel, Sanford, High Honors. Derek Schmeling, Sanford. And Samuel Toussaint, Sanford, Honors. Congratulations to the Computer and Network System students of 2021. The final program I'd like to recognize this evening and instructor is Ms. Susan Lamoureux and the Academy of Business students. If you could please come forward to be recognized.
Good evening. It's my honor to introduce the Academy of Business 5 two-year program completers. Over the past 2 years, these students have undertook a program that hosts 4 college courses. They've had the opportunity to earn up to 12 college credits in the areas of finance, marketing, entrepreneurship, and management. Since the program began its inception in 2014 in the Technical Center, students in the Academy of Business have completed 148 courses, earning a total of 444 college credits at Sanford Regional Technical Center, all for free. From this group, well, actually, if he was here tonight, one will be venturing off into the military in July and is enlisted into the U.S. Navy and will represent our company well. Thank you for your service. The remaining 4 will be going on to pursue various degrees in business, including marketing, finance, and management at 3 different institutions of higher learning. Some have already completed a full semester of college even before starting. These are some great young men and women, to say the very least, and the best is yet to come. Having had them in the program for 2 years, I've gotten to know them very well on a daily basis, whether it's been face-to-face in the classroom or through the computer monitor via Zoom. I will miss the morning Miss Lamb that I hear on Zoom, but I can't say that I'm going to miss Zoom. I missed having you all in here in person, but I also thank you for all of your fine efforts to finish strong through 2 crazy years of unknowns. I wish you all the best as you spread your wings and head out to pursue your next endeavor. And like many have said tonight, please keep in touch. And I've always rooted for you, and I always will. Congratulations.
Thank you, Susan. Academy of Business students, if you could step forward to be recognized when called. Samantha Hebert, Sanford, honors. Marissa Lorendo, Sanford, honors. Conrad Nicely, Noble, honors. Catherine Works, Sanford. And Caleb Young, Marshwood. Congratulations to the Academy of Business students of 2021. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If we could have a round of applause for all the Sanford Technical Center students of 2021. Great job, everybody.
Congratulations, students. We're very proud of you. This is without a doubt a night about students. However, I wouldn't be able to let this evening end without acknowledging one of our own who is leaving us as a staff member. Paramedic Elliott, you may remain seated because I know you're probably not very happy with me right now. But I have to acknowledge, and I think Captain Smith has some things to say as well. So Captain Smith, if you would like to come forward as well. Wendy Elliott, Paramedic Elliott, is retiring after 8 years as our EMS instructor. Wendy founded the program, establishing partnerships with training facilities. She cultivated relationships with PAC members and secured resources in the early years of the program. Wendy was always looking for ways to improve the program and bring greater experiences to her students, and she has not stopped and will not stop until the last day of school, I guarantee you. Wendy cares deeply for her students and wants the best for them, even when that means pushing them to achieve at the highest level possible. As a staff member, Wendy is considered a personal friend to many, if not every staff member. She checks in, asks how you are doing, and really means it. Always ready with a hug, pre-COVID of course. You will always be the original EMS instructor at Srtc, Wendy, and we are grateful for you. Thank you.
I've known Paramedic Elliott for over 30 years. 25 years ago, we both worked for the Sanford Fire Department. She's on Newfield Fire and Rescue. I'm on Acton Fire and Rescue, so oftentimes we'd work at emergency scenes together. And then 8 years ago, we started on this amazing journey of becoming teachers. We both were hired the same year. We needed to start the fire science program and the EMS program. Wendy hit the ground running. She's, just built the program as to what it was. That first year, we were half-time teachers, which basically meant we worked all day for half pay. Then the next year, we shared Portable 22, extremely hot in the summer and extremely cold in the winter, but we pressed on. Just about every day, and including today, Wendy has helped me with some type of computer glitch, so I'm not sure what's going to happen next year when she's gone. And something that we started the first year that we were in the Portable, probably some of the older folks remember a cartoon I used to watch as a child where all day long the wolf is trying to steal the sheep and the sheepdog is chasing the wolf off, and they fight each other all day long. But at the end of the day, they both arrive at the time clock and they punch out, and one of them says, "Have a good night, Ralph," and the other one says, "See you tomorrow, Sam." So every day when we get ready to leave, I say to Wendy, "Have a good night, Ralph," and she says, "See you tomorrow, Sam." And that's how we end our days. So Wendy, enjoy your retirement, and I'm really going to miss you. Thank you.
I'd like to thank you all again for attending this evening. I had an experience with some students actually the past couple of days that just made me really start thinking about seniors again in particular. I know not everyone here is a senior, but we do kind of get nostalgic at this point about those students who are about to depart. And I hope that parents, you'll have this experience, but what I found over a lot of years of working with high school students is that seniors get to this end and they're ready to go and they want to be independent, but they linger a little bit. And that happened in the office a couple of times recently, where some of the seniors kind of was having a conversation with them and they kind of hung around for a little while, and it was nice. So I hope as parents you have that experience, that maybe your senior wants to linger a little bit even as they're running out the door. And I also want to encourage you seniors, we're not in a hurry to see you go. I know you're in a hurry to leave, but if you could linger a little bit, we would appreciate that. We will miss you. Thank you all. Congratulations, students. We're very proud of your accomplishments. Have a wonderful evening. I would like to invite our students to depart first through the gate, followed by our guests. Again, thank you for coming this evening. Have a great night.